Hey everyone, it's a quick video today. I'm going to be going over the last of my Use It Up series. I've got actually two layouts to show you, and then a quick run through of what I've got left. So I don't have any pictures of the final layout, so we're just going to watch it come together. But at this point, I had one or two pieces of paper left. I think maybe just one piece of paper left, and a bunch of stash of paper. And I really wanted to just use the paper that I had to make this work. So I am cutting apart the paper that I have and using it as it is kind of shaped and then building a big cluster. Now there was a kind of a sketch that had a bunch of like shapes and tags that I sort of used, but not really, because at the end of the day I just said, oh, my inspiration is I'm just going to stick different shapes of boxes kind of behind it. I knew I wanted Bloom and Grow to be the title. And then I knew I wanted to use up as much of these kind of scraps that I had. So that was my whole inspiration was I have all of these pieces that are just scraps and I want to use them on this layout as is so that I can take advantage of using up as much of this product as possible. And so you saw me lay out kind of where what I have. I'm trying really hard not to leave gaps. So you'll see I put that tag up there, not to leave a gap. The title of Happy Day. I have a journaling box that I end up journaling on. And I'm literally just let's not leave any gaps and let's cover everything up and let's find a place. So now I found a place. This particular thing said shine bright and it's super cute, but I had torn the other side of it, so I had to cut it short. So instead of being a 2 by 2 box, now it's just a little tag. Um, and I love how all of that is laid out. But I really need something along the other side of the white dot paper on the back to kind of make it work. So first thing I do is I'm going to take a picture of it so that I know what it looks like. And then I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do with the background. So I'm going to stick this background down. And I loved all those journaling boxes, but I knew I would just needed something. And so I went ahead and used it. Now this is the washi tape from the Heidi Swap new, is it Suncatcher? I think Suncatcher line. It just happened to go perfectly with the colors of this collection. So I used that to bound the two sides of that white piece of paper. And I thought that turned out really good. And now I'm just going to rebuild the layout that I had already taken a picture of. I'm going to start from the bottom and I'm just going to kind of start building it together. Now, what this ends up doing is this ends up using the majority of my scraps. So what you'll see when I show you the next page that I did, I have almost nothing left. I have almost no paper left. Now, the thing about the Simple Stories, just kind of project kits, is they only come typically with, I think, I don't have it in front of me, like 12 pieces of paper maybe, um, with different pieces on the back and front. So it's not paper heavy. Like some of the collections, I know Vicky Boutin is hugely paper heavy. There's like 45 pieces of paper in her collections. But these Simple Story kits aren't paper heavy. They are embellishment heavy. So, you end up being able to, if you really, do what I did here, you can really use up all of your paper. And I think that's important because then you don't feel like you wasted money on a collection. Um, I do have a lot of embellishments left, and you'll see I did use quite a few, but I've got a lot left, so I'll be able to use those with other collections. I mean, obviously, you just saw that the Heidi Swap goes really well with this collection, so I can actually put all of these ephemeras and put it in with my Heidi Swap, and I'll be able to use that with Suncatcher because the colors match. Um, the other thing that's interesting to me is that um, we have, if you see how I made this particular layout, I am just layering everything down, and I'm just kind of gluing it down piece by piece, one little thing at a time so that it sticks. That way I don't have to worry about where does everything go, and I'm kind of building it. I could just completely glue one piece at a time, but because everything is so layered and it mattered, I wanted to make sure I got everything just right, so I'm just kind of gluing it down. And then I'm going to have to go and individually glue things back to stick it down all at once. So I'm going to put huge just glue on everything to try to get everything down to that back layer. So there's the base of the page. Now we're going to embellish. It has been a while since I did this page, so it's kind of new to me too. But I did get one big cut apart, that Bloom and Grow. I got, excuse me, I got 3 tags, and the cut apart shine bright there. So I feel like I really got a lot used on this page. 1, 2, 3, 4 different pieces of paper. Um, Now I am using, instead of enamel dots here, I'm using some Nuvo drops. So I have to be careful of those from now on. I usually tell people if you want to use enamel dots or Nuvo drops, do them at the end, not at the beginning. But I didn't listen to myself. I'm just noticing that it's interesting to watch all of the different ephemera that I use. So because I knew I had so much more ephemera than I did paper, I can just go crazy on these. And that is what I do. I'm putting down a bunch of different things. I'm going to pull out the die cuts. I'm going to use a bunch of those. So I have flowers and I have birds, I have sunshines. I use that super cute little pot. I really wanted to get that chair on there. I don't remember if I ended up being able to get that chair on the layout. So we will watch together. I do have the butterfly. I have the cute, I think I have the bird on the top. I use that tulip. Just a lot of different things. And here's the thing. This is by far the most I've used of these kind of random ephemeras. I've done a lot of that for this Use It Up challenges. And for me, it's been really cool. So this challenge that Heather put out there really made me go outside my comfort zone quite a bit. So I put a lot of things on pages that I probably wouldn't have done before. So I am just sticking everything down. I did end up using that chair, and I really love how this page turns out. Now let me show you the final page I made with the last piece of paper. So the last piece of paper I had was that diagonal stripe. You'll see that one piece of the white was still there. So I put that page together. It is kind of a diagonal design with a stripe down the middle. It has the title Lovely Day and some of the stickers on there. So I really liked that I was able to get that last page done. Now I want to go through and show you what I have left. I have no pieces of full page paper left. I have 3, you'll see them right there, kind of 3 little snippets of paper, and then I have a bunch of the 3x4 cut aparts and about 3 or 4 tags. I'm going to have to figure out something to do with the cut aparts. This particular cut aparts are really heavy on gardening, and I am not heavy in gardening. So that's the biggest problem I have is the stuff that's left is mainly gardening, and we don't garden. I did save that one green piece of paper that I may end up using as a background with that floral, so we'll see. As far as the stickers go, I have a bunch of titles, and most of them are like Bloom, Spring, and Grow, all kind of are gardening, and I couldn't figure out what to do with those. I have a lot of die cuts left, and it's funny because I feel like I used more die cuts than I did on any other layout I've done in a long time, and yet I still have so many left. I'm going to throw away that cover page because it's shiny. No need to keep that. But it does tell you there's 102 pieces, and most of them, I believe, are in the ephemera packages. For me, I feel like I did really well on the sticker sheet. I used a lot of the stickers. The word phrase stickers that I haven't used are once again all gardening. And I'm really upset that I lost that R in the spring, but I have a feeling I may be using this for a different word. Maybe I'll use it for sing. Most of the chipboard that I didn't use, once again, is related to gardening. So, there's a set of this collection that I am not going to use, and that's okay. I feel like I really got my money's worth. I think I ended up doing 7 layouts with all of the paper, and I know I've got one more in me with the stuff that I have left. But I really appreciate you watching and hanging with me. I'm sorry I don't have full photos of these 2 last layouts, but if you enjoyed the Use It Up, please give Heather a ring over in her Patreon page. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Thanks everyone and have a great day. Bye.